Save the date for another Meghan Markle disappointment. Harry and Meghan's PR missteps reveal what happens when self promotion replaces substance. I used to work with politicians and high profile figures in public relations. Now I podcast about the world's most fascinating monarchy. And I feel like I have the same conversation with my PR friends every single year. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's self inflicted PR spiral proves that visibility without value is a dangerous game. Here's what I would implement in a desperate attempt to rehabilitate Harry and Meghan's public image. I know you're going to have some quality feedback for me. Number one is quite obvious: go away for a little while and give people a chance to forgive you. They will never forget. You've made sure of that. 5 years of relentlessly being in our faces will do it. So will reality shows and books that include terms like frozen todger. But time heals all wounds. And if you can disappear long enough and reemerge contributing to society or producing something of value, real value, critics might just bite their tongues. Go away. Quietly distribute money through Archwell Identity Crisis philanthropies. Discreetly work with charities that will honor your wish to keep things under wraps. Plot your comeback internally. Work in silence. To quote Meghan from The Cut, the silent part is still part of the song. No intentional leaks. No premature announcements. How can one be excited about Netflix's The Wedding Date when Meet Me at the Lake is dead on arrival? Some poor person has been patiently waiting at the lake since August 2023. I hope they have snacks. Meghan never hesitates to announce her big ideas, 40 by 40, anyone. She also never bothers to execute them. I'm still waiting for season 2 of Archetypes. Is Confessions of a Female Founder still alive and kicking? Let me tell you, if that first episode had been titled, I have no idea what I'm doing, a lot more of us would have tuned in. In the industry, there's something called a value gap, the difference between a perceived promise and the actual outcome from a brand. The American Duchess, an oxymoron, teases these expectation inflation declarations, save the date, only to disappoint us with a marmalade drop. Save the date is a pretty severe request for a preserve. Can we not reserve that for weddings and bar mitzvahs? I'm not putting my life on hold for another loose fruit spread. Fool me once. Meghan tries to develop this air of mystery through her interviews. She hints at potential projects. She's never straightforward. In some cases, she's dishonest. She told Fortune's Most Powerful Women Summit her holiday special was premiering in November, but for some reason, it actually premiered the first week of December. The same week, the Princess of Wales always throws her annual Christmas Carol concert. Haters will say that was intentional. I am haters. Meghan could benefit from some quiet time away for reflection. She currently does not have anything of value to share. She is dodgy about the analytics that would actually prove whether or not she is a certified success at her newfound career as a condiments connoisseur. And there is such a thing as overexposure. Meghan has become the poster girl for it. Now let's go back to the future queen, Catherine. Another piece of advice I would offer the Sussexes is to stop competing with two people who are so far out of their league that the contest isn't even fair. To borrow an American sports analogy, if Prince William and Princess Catherine are the NFL world-class football players operating at peak physical and technical performance defined by speed, execution, and consistency, then Harry and Meghan resemble the XFL. Practice squad level players reliant on spectacle and gimmicks that quickly wear thin with audiences. In January 2025, the Daily Mail reported that Catherine was being courted by Vogue. Guess who, Meghan? Can I Come to Paris Fashion Week? Markle was seen trying to schmooze come October. The new editor of American Vogue, Chloe Mall. One of the few things the Sussexes are consistent at is trying to upstage the future king and queen. I would need an entirely separate session to go through the case-by-case examples of Harry and Meghan disrupting real royal work with their frivolous commercial ventures, But I will never forget standing out in the freezing cold, waiting for a whale sighting in Boston, Massachusetts for Earthshot, as Harry and Meghan began littering the internet with their docu-series teaser. In the 1 minute and 30-second video, we see ominous black and white images of the royal family and the poor king's guards catching strays, while Harry claims he has to do everything in his power to protect Meghan. From the photographers at the Harry Potter premiere, Prince William's over here trying to save the planet. And all anyone wanted to talk about was Meghan Markle crying into her $2,000 Hermes blanket. You know what we call that over here? Champagne problems. This is why entrepreneur Bethany Frankel once said that Meghan Markle is playing checkers while others are playing chess. Meghan and Harry might temporarily hijack the headlines, but legacy is where it's at. Prince William and Earthshot are investing in solutions that will have a longer lifespan than we do. William will be remembered as a problem solver. Meanwhile, Harry is desperately pivoting to comedy to try to worm his way out of the bitter victimhood category he finds himself locked in. By constantly cutting across William and Catherine's work, the Sussexes only diminish themselves. A proper New Year reset isn't about extremes, it's about showing up as your best self every day. Beam is a company proudly founded in America, run by people who share our values, and they've built products that help you keep the promises you make to yourself, the promises that actually matter. Beam's best-selling Dream Powder is a healthy nighttime blend packed with proven ingredients shown to improve sleep so you can wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day. Dream is made with a powerful blend of all-natural ingredients, reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, and melatonin. It's designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling amazing. No groggy hangover. The sea salt caramel flavor, absolute heaven, like indulgent hot cocoa without the guilt. Dream is made right here in America, no shortcuts. Founders guided by integrity and a strong work ethic. Beam has transformed over 28 million nights of sleep. So, if you've been waiting for the right time to try Dream, this is it. Go to shopbeam.com/Kinsey. Use code Kinsey for up to 40% off. That's just $39 with my code $1.25 per night. Shopbeam.com/Kinsey today. Now, here's another issue I struggle with from a PR perspective. The Sussexes are trying to be too many things at once without proving their legitimate authority in any arena whatsoever. Harry, the travel expert, the polo expert, the keeping kids off social media expert, the veterans expert. Invictus is Harry's closest shot at legitimacy. Sorry, no one cares about polo, but he doesn't nurture that strength because he's too busy chasing approval on Stephen Colbert and Hassan Minaj's podcasts, creating viral moments for all the wrong reasons. What about a book with compelling photography of some of Harry's heroes that he met through Invictus? How do they choose perseverance over pity parties? Harry should be the first person consuming that type of advice. A podcast where Harry talks to veterans? That sounds like a real world contribution. It also would have inched Harry just a little bit closer to fulfilling his Spotify obligations. Meghan's resume is just as bloated and ironic. A cyberbully expert, the Sussex Survivors Club have thoughts, a lifestyle guru, an actress, a producer, a self-proclaimed fashion icon. Someone please send her to a tailor, an author, and the smartest mom Serena Williams knows. Remember when Meghan was also an ally? For what, you might ask? All the things. If it was trending, Meghan Markle, the advocate, was ready for duty. Now she wants you to buy her overpriced candles and flower sprinkles. But in reality, how could Meghan campaign against cultural appropriation when her entire brand is built around a foreign country's culture that she barely lived in? Meghan is over here trying to sell tea parties when I have shoes older than her stint in the United Kingdom. You just know Prince Philip would have told her where to shove that Christmas cracker. The closest thing Meghan has to being an authority is in the influencer space, and that's a hard sell when she's also telling us that the internet is bad. P.S. RIP to her Shop My Page. The Sussexes need to find their strengths, and they need to make that their focus. Trying to inhabit all of these spaces as experts is yet another example of them trying to compete with the monarchy. Harry and Meghan have been demoted to celebrity, twerking videos will do that to you. They do not have the same reliable resources the royal family has developed to help juggle their different patronages. They need to study people like Jane Fonda and Angelina Jolie. We know exactly what they stand for and what causes are important to them because those celebrities are, to use a mechanism, truly anchored in those campaigns. From a PR lens, one of Meghan's greatest brand weaknesses is her estrangement from her father, Thomas Markle Sr. Meghan, call your dad. It is not a positive reflection on the pair that Harry seems to be the only one attempting reconciliation. It's obvious to most that there is more commercial value in the Sussexes maintaining proximity to the British royal family than to Thomas Markle. And while these efforts appear shallow, hey, it's better than a note that requires witnesses and legal representation. Meghan is an actress. You can't tell me that she can't fake pleasantries. Every interview she gives is full of non answers. What is she afraid she's going to slip to her ailing father that he might repeat to a journalist that the squirrels in the backyard are ruining the garden? Maybe she could just ask him how he's doing. Although, if her podcast pursuits have taught us anything, it's that Meghan never misses an opportunity to make it all about her. The fact that Meg's former PR chief, Meredith Maines, kept checking her emails and responding to press inquiries as Meghan was simultaneously and ruthlessly promoting a familyless holiday special and shunning her father, who had just lost a limb, is a level of commitment you have to admire. You don't tell them no, a member of the Sussex Survivors Club told Vanity Fair. I left because I couldn't live with myself anymore. While Meredith Maines is now in the clear, Page Six recently confirmed that Harry and Meghan are once again working with Sunshine Sachs, a PR firm that also reps Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio. Their 12th hire that we know of in 5 years. You'll remember when Meghan scolded them for her Vanity Fair wild about Harry cover story, calling it racist. Good luck, Sunshine Sachs. Surely you've heard the definition of insanity. My last piece of advice is pretty simple and incredibly unlikely to ever come to fruition. Harry and Meghan need to acknowledge the hurt they've caused and find the appropriate opportunity to sincerely apologize. There are people who will never forgive and forget. I may even be one of them. But the Sussexes' lack of accountability is a huge brand integrity issue. They can't keep gaslighting the world and hiding behind non-disclosure agreements. One former employee told me she found working for Meghan dehumanizing. If Harry and Meghan are going to make it out here in the real world, they must do more than show up, do good. They need to learn from their mistakes, acknowledge them, and be better. Agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Kinsey Schofield, and I'm not available. Meghan, please do not call me. I'm not available for hire. I like my job. I like my current position. Thank you very much.